Welcome to the session, Weapon, or to this second session, I guess. Finally, a normal person on here. Well, thank you for the words, Mr. Did you see like on regular or not so normal type of people, I guess, here? The streams on are fucking brain, bro. Honestly, I haven't checked like many live transmissions on YouTube. I started doing this only for the people that want to know about drum stuff. I don't know everything out there, but yeah, I share stuff about drum technique and talk about music in general. Yeah, man, I'm a normal person, a very down-to-earth type of guy. So I appreciate you jumping into the session. Welcome aboard, man. Yeah, Weapon, I guess it's crazy out there. I haven't checked any of those live streams. Yo, Sebastian, what's up, man? Hermética, La Renga. Are those like terms from Argentina? By the way, Mr. Move, that's awesome. Yeah, man. Just like trying to, give some information to those in need of regarding drum stuff, like drum gear, maybe practice tips. I don't do much play-alongs or song requests, to be honest, because I prefer to learn the song and then maybe somebody and mention them instead of just like improvising on the go. I'm more focused on like, bit drum talk, technique stuff. But then again, I'm not perfect and I don't know everything, so I just try to really share what people ask for, if it's within my knowledge, Alma Fuerte. Oh, okay. Estás hablando de bandas. Guys, session is just mentioning some bands. As you can see here, he spoke about, he said Hermética and Metallica. So I guess Hermética, it's a band from I don't know where, but seems that the style is pretty much the same as Metallica. Sepultura, awesome band from Brazil for sure. Eloy Casagrande's main country. The guy is playing in Slipknot, so cheers to him for getting that gig, man. Really good gig for sure. How's the connection, by the way, guys? I know that my Wi-Fi yesterday was acting up, so I don't know if today, it's better. Let me know to make sure you guys are able to see or hear what I'm saying. It's alright, a bit choppy. Yeah, man, I don't know what's happening with the internet. We checked all of the routers and they're stable. So I'm not sure exactly what's happening. Maybe the company has some issues, but nothing major, I guess. So I just wanted to check on that because it seems that, yeah, I guess like to be live or to go live, you really need to have like a real internet speed. I mean, we do have fast internet, but I guess it has to be like even faster. So I don't know, man. Maybe something's missing. But at least you guys get to hear and see some things here and there. But I'll eventually check and see if there's an issue beyond what I know. YouTube slides are also kind of wonky usually, so I hope it's not much about your internet. Okay, well, yeah, maybe you're right. Because I go to other platforms, it performs okay. Sometimes I've seen that when I use the TV, sometimes like the internet doesn't go through directly. So I think it has to do a little bit with both, maybe. Like both the platform and the routers that we have here in the house. So yeah, maybe it's just something in the air, I guess, or it's the company that we have. But at least I know that it's not all about the internet, so at least it's not that bad. I guess it's okay for now. Yeah. I'm just trying to do something for the community, man. I don't want to get like too technical, but obviously if the connection sucks, it's not going to be a good experience for many. But apparently, yeah, it's a bit of both. But here we go, right? Has any questions or anything that you know about drumming or tips to practice, maybe some issues that you're running into, and get some pointers on that, I'll be more than happy to help out for sure. So for those that are new, I just talk about drum technique, like double bass stuff, hand technique. Obviously only the thing I know because I don't know everything. And yeah, I try to spread the word on some tips for people that might be getting into something new or still struggling with something in their practice routine. Maybe tips about tuning your drums, setups to play live, how to keep time, some subjects here and there depending on the request I might be able to fulfill for everybody. So yeah, I hope everybody enjoys the session so far. Might not be here for long, but I'll try to keep it simple and interesting. If I do get some questions, So I just want to make sure that I help out some people out there and spread the word to the drum community, man. That's what we're here for. If you want to check also some content on my channel, feel free to do so. I do covers every now and then, mostly metal stuff. I also do like drum technique exercises and tips and some advices for those that are playing like the ankle technique or the double stroke technique. I prefer more the single stroke ankle motion technique because double feel a little unnatural as far as foot technique goes. But I guess it's alright, for those that are interested. Yeah, if you like what you see, if you want to support the channel and just stay up to date with the content that I put out there in the live session, just go ahead and subscribe, and yeah, maybe we can get something out of this and just grow together. Well, but not about drummer necessarily, but do you have any tips on just songwriting in general? Well, composing. Composing music is very personal, unless you're working with different musicians. Like for me, on drums, I normally get ideas from the guitar player. So if I like a riff, or he has something already written down and he just plays, like a song, I don't know, like 2 minutes, I try to learn all the riffs and try to compose something. So everything comes directly from my head. I don't sit down and write or compose that way. I may do a line here and there, but for the sake of recording, so we can make sure that we record the same ideas that we recorded during that moment. But I would say, man, go with whatever you think is inspiring to you. Like if you're not feeling it or something, or maybe you don't feel much the vibe of the bass player, maybe try to exchange ideas and then work the best for a best composition of everybody. If you're only composing your own music, it's a little hard to find inspiration or find ideas. So I would say, like, listen to bands to get ideas out of their music, not to steal like the same pattern or riff or scale, but always try to be yourself and be original, man. That's my approach on music composition, pretty much. Claudia Maria, are you Brazilian? No, I'm Dominican, Claudia. I live in the Dominican Republic, born and raised here. So I'm a Latino, I guess. Yeah, and I speak Spanish too. Little close to Portuguese, not as much obviously, but I do understand some Portuguese here and there, because they have words that are almost the same in Spanish. So yeah, my closest relationship with Brazil is Portuguese, I guess. But no, I'm Dominican. Where are you from? Well, thanks. That does help. You're welcome, man. Yeah, I used to write. Well, not, but most likely sit down and practice particular stuff on the drums, and I stored everything in my head. But most likely the guys that I am working with right now, they had like composed drums already. A few changes here and there, because when guitar players sit down and compose drums, like sometimes they think they're gonna get like a robot or an octopus to play like all these parts that don't make sense. So yeah, I try to humanize and try to make it playable, because that's the tricky part of having a different musician compose drums for you, unless it's a actual drummer. Is what's recommended, right? So you can not waste time and make sure that you're able to play the stuff that you want to play. So yeah, but pretty much that's my approach on music composition, man. anybody else has any questions that I can answer or I can manage, go over. I'll be glad to help. For those that are joining the live stream, then again, I do mostly drum content, tips, advices, recommendations for exercises, how to get around situations you may be facing with some drum technique that I know or have experience on. I don't know everything, but I try to help out as much as I can. So yeah, just try to keep it real and try to spread the word for those in need of any help or any guidance, drum related. So yeah, that's why we are here. I know that a lot of people may be in a different time zone. I'm in the Atlantic Standard Time Zone. So it's 10:47 in the morning. So maybe it's too early or maybe too late for others outside the time zone. So yeah, but if anything, just go ahead and ask away and see if I can handle your request. What inspired you the most to start drumming? I guess life itself, man. How can I translate that? I most likely play the drums because it makes me feel good. Something that I do for a personal matter. Like it's, I don't know, soul lifting, man. Music for me is medicine. It's like therapy. Whenever you are going through hard times or you're wanting to do something that gets you into like the vibe of the music, and you feel like so good that it doesn't matter how bad the situation is, you just go ahead and go to that center of, I guess, relief. Listen to music, listen to the stuff that you like. So yeah, I never started drumming because I wanted to become the best drummer in the world. Definitely, it hasn't been my approach for a long time. So I just basically enjoy what I do, man. Mostly because it's a personal, I guess, satisfaction type of thing. But obviously, the music in general, like the adrenaline, especially like in metal, I just like fast music. And I do relate to that because I like extreme sports. I the overall, and that's the music that really pushes me and gives me like goosebumps. So yeah, it's just a feeling, man. It's so good. It's so like powerful. So yeah, that's pretty much why I play the drums. Hell yeah, very much agree. Yeah, man. It's just a form of life. You know, it's like a balance you find in life. Uh, Aside from all the things you have to deal with, you know, sometimes it's not good to like stay in this long because you forget about a lot of things. You may even affect a relationship with somebody or your family or what have you. But if you control that and you feel good about it and you just as an overall escape, like in a good way, I don't see why that would harm anybody. I think as long as the people around you see that you're happy and you're doing it for a good cause, support that. Because having people that don't agree on that or may have a different opinion on what you do, even though obviously, you know, life is about producing money, being productive in that area and providers, etc., etc. When you go too much into that world, you forget yourself. Like you forget about the things that make you want to live or make you want to see life in a different way. So yeah, it's a balance that is for a lot of people to keep in life in general. So yeah, I think it's just something that adds more positive vibes to your life overall. Yeah, that's why I play the drums instead of going out and partying and wasting my life and pounding my body or just not making anything that it's good for my health. I prefer to play drums. You know, invest time on that. It's more of who I am. I've never been that guy that goes to parties or is late at night partying. If I stay late, I don't either drink because I don't drink whatsoever. I don't smoke either. I'm more like the sporty type of guy that keeps health a little bit, you know, outside of that. So yeah, I was more like into sports, music, and some other things here and there, like sightseeing and things like that, nature. So for some people, I may be a boring guy, but me, I think I'm just doing what I like and what I can share with others and relate to the same things that we like as well, and eventually understand each other, because not everybody will understand why you do this, right? So yeah, man. Not to go through a whole story. That's pretty much the reason why I do this. Damn, man. I've been struggling thinking about stuff and I've lost myself a few times, but music has always been there and made me feel better. I'd much rather play than go to parties too. Yeah, man, it's just a personal thing, as I said. Like, if you play for yourself and you feel good about it, that's the best you can do. Because, I mean, no disrespect to those that find some entertainment in parties and things like that. In the end, you just enjoy a moment and then waste. Music wise, you keep that with you forever, you know? So yeah, it's a personal, so I guess everybody is entitled to their own preference on what they like to do or what makes them be somebody, I guess. But or over parties for sure, man. Nah, boring. I connect to the same things. You're dope. Thanks, man. Yeah, this is what it's about. Like connecting with people that feel the same, and you're not alone. You know, like there are some people that relate and do the same things that we do, and that's why these type of interactions are great, because you get to know so many people, give advice, because you've been in so many situations where you feel some way, but hey, I did this and I got, you know, over that that situation or that moment that I was going through that was hard for me. So yeah, it's good to spread the word on good things for people because the world is crazy nowadays, and a lot of people just like had it, and they don't find like a reason to live, so that sucks. It's pretty common these days, and it's pretty sad, man. Hey Bean, afternoon. Welcome back to the chat, man. How's everything with you? Yo, the UK. What's up, brother? How's the UK going? The UK life, that is. Awesome country, man. You guys and your accents. Nice. Good to hear the UK. Good to hear. I needed this type of talk, man. Thank you. Oh, man. Right on, brother. Glad that I could, give you some insight on that. To talk with people every now and then because, as I said, maybe the people around you don't understand much how you feel or what you want to express. And this is bad. I know everybody's busy in life, like parents, family members, your spouse, your wife, or whoever. But sometimes they just don't understand, man. It doesn't matter how much you try to really get deep into the subject. They're just entitled to their own experience, and they can maybe understand what they can handle and not go crazy about it. And I get it. You don't have to obligate anybody to really, be in your same shoe. But just by saying, yeah, I understand, just do your thing, and if you need anything, just let me know, and if I can help, I'll be more than happy to do that for you. It's that simple. But sometimes people get it all twisted, The Bean, great t-shirt. Man, yeah, Slayer t-shirt right here, man. I'm good, the UK. Actually feeling pretty energetic this morning. It's 10:57, so I know that you're 5 hours away. It's like 3-ish, maybe almost 4, where you are, right? But yeah, feeling good, even though I went late to bed yesterday. I try to, with some energy and some insight for you guys. Yeah, trying to be consistent, see where this goes and just keep helping out people. And yeah, man, here I am, back again. It is 4. Oh, there you go. Yeah, 5-hour difference. So that's why you're here, right? Afternoon hours. I'm actually in the Atlantic time zone. So different than Pacific, Eastern Standard Time. So I'm all the way on the Atlantic. Caribbean, that is. The Bean, 4 for you as well. Are you in the UK as well, the Bean? Different part of Europe. Because you guys have the same time zone, apparently. Let me know. And it's nice to have a lot of people from different part of the world, man. I know the time zone is a little issue for many because maybe when I do something and somebody check that out, I am doing something else because neighbors, and right now I'm supposed to play the drums, but it's a Saturday, so most likely everybody is in their houses and they want to chill, and it's too early, to be honest. Maybe I'll do that later on in the afternoon if I don't go out and do it. But from Monday to Friday, when everybody is working, that's where I play the drums, and I'm trying to hook my drums to the live stream. I think I'm definitely going to need an interface because just by connecting the mono output to the phone, you guys won't be able to hear my voice unless I get a wireless microphone, which I'm also going to try to do that as well and see if it's like cheaper and just like put out more content that way. Yep, England. Nice, man. Yeah, you guys are in the same time zone. Nice. And how's life over there, the Bean? in the UK, like how is life on a regular basis? Besides people working and doing their regular stuff, like how's the music scene? How's, the community over there? Never visited, so you guys might give me some insight on that. Should be interesting. Something I mentioned yesterday, hyperhydrosis, excessive sweating, especially with the hands. Welcome to my world. We have the same situation, my brother. I sweat my hands, I sweat my feet, and they get swollen. So sometimes that's why my body reacts differently, and it's because of that. And it really sucks. How did I manage that? Hold on, I haven't finished reading. Especially in the hands, made it difficult to drum. Do you know others with this? I suspect they wear gloves. They wear gloves. Well, I'm a live case of hyperhidrosis. Man, pain in the ass. And they say it's something that you can cure, but it's not guaranteed. It depends how your body reacts to that. So I'm not gonna go into that process like injecting stuff into my hands or into to my feet. So I've seen like a lot of things regarding that particular subject, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do whatever I can and try to live with that. But it really affects my drumming every now and then because like our hands and feet, like ankles, wrists, fingers, toes, dude, I drip sweat. Like it really you can see that the sweat drops going into the drum. Overall, like if it's really, really hot, that's the worst ever for me. That's why I might consider someday moving to a cooler country that has like a little bit more of a cold breeze, maybe not much snow, but to help my condition, man, because it's really uncomfortable. So I tried using gloves. You sweat your gloves anyway, so you have that extra material on top of your hand, plus the sticks. It's too much to handle. What I've been trying to do that has worked better for me is that even though I haven't gripped sticks, just try to use tennis grip around your drum. That really absorbs the sweat, but eventually with the humidity, it's going to tear down the material, and then you might have to replace it, which is normal. But that's the best way that I've been handling like hand sweat. So maybe consider trying that, like really, maybe not so thick tennis grip, because some other drumstick grip may not be the same material that it's good for situation. So maybe experience with that, and that should be able to give you better grip or better control and not feel icky and uncomfortable. These are like 5E sticks, but take a look at my other sticks. They're oak wooden sticks, but they don't have any gloss on it. So look at the difference of the coloring on the wood. You can see that from this part down is stained with my sweat, and this part up is obviously cleaner. So this is what sweat does to wood, and obviously humidity. So yeah, it has like the exact spot where I hold my stick, which is here, and then going upwards, it's clean. So it sucks, man. It really sucks. Some sticks don't get it as much. I was using these hickory sticks, Pro Mark as well too. So these ones don't get as stained, but still I do get some sweat on them, so it's really annoying. The UK, there is not really any difference, but lately it has been really hot. 26 degrees Celsius is hot in the UK. Wow, I can tell, man. And I am in the middle of the UK, South Yorkshire. Plus on Thursday it was Yorkshire Day. Oh yeah, I think you said that. Or maybe somebody else that lived in the UK. Wow, man. Well, that sucks. I mean, I guess it depends in which country you live in. So maybe anything near mountains and stuff like that, it's cooler for sure. But wow, that sucks, man. The Bean, I am the same. I used to play a lot of tennis, and it was super difficult. Oh, okay. Yeah. LOL. As if you mentioned that after I mentioned tennis. Yeah, my hands are bad. Well, we're in the same boat, man. I used to play a lot of basketball, so sometimes like the ball would automatically slip out of my hand. So yeah, I've been struggling with that, and anything that has to do with sports or things that have to do much with hands. So yeah, War, yo, what's up, man? Welcome to the chat. Thank you for tuning in. Weapon, what about the stick with like a rubber grip on it? Bumps for the fingers and smaller bumps for more grip on it. Yeah, I checked those, but I'm more comfortable using like tennis grip. I have them on my older sticks. Let me get them. Alright, so these are some big first sticks that I had. The grip is pretty torn to the point that it's like coming off the stick already. But I got this at a local store that sell sport goods and stuff like that. It definitely feels more comfortable to play with this, but this is what sweat can do to grip that has like this cotton finish inside, and it loses the grip, and that's where you have to re-grip the stick again and try to play with that. But eventually, it's I am going to consider re-gripping all of my sticks, but haven't gotten much into that lately because I switched sticks not too long ago. So yeah, I'll consider doing that in the future. Wargo Squad, electric drums are not allowed. Sorry, man, I live in an apartment. I wish I could play acoustic drums forever, but unfortunately, I'm stuck with electronic drums for now, man. I used to have an acoustic kit back in 2008 all the way up to 2013-ish. At an event, I went through complaints. I went through the police knocking at my door, neighbor issues and all that, but definitely the best experience of my life. But I'm stuck with electronic drums for a while now because I haven't been able to afford to live in a house. So it's the apartment life for me, man. Yeah, it sucks for me. Caleb, farts. Buen provecho, man, I guess. The UK, there's a lot of hills and mountains in Scotland. Yeah, I've heard. Now that you mentioned that, might be a very cool place to live for sure, man. Mostly for us that hate the really hot, humid weather, man. Sucks balls. The Bean, also the heat is usually humid here. Oh man, we're in the same boat. Humidity was so high like a few days back that one of my shoes, well actually two of my shoes, got some mold on it because of the letting off of the feet, hence like humidity. So bro, I had to start buying like this humidity absorbent little, the little rocks that absorb humidity that you put them in the closet and stuff like that, or in your house. It's crazy, man. Like that, I think that's the worst that life has ever invented. It really sucks, man. War Ghost. Joey used to have the rubber grips, 777s. Oh, okay. Yeah. I see that in some videos he was using those sticks. I mean, may he rest in peace. But obviously, an awesome, and he used to use like a head drumsticks. So because the head has like this aluminum, grip sticks. I assume that that's why he was using the rubber grips. So yeah, but ahead sticks are very durable because of the carbon fiber technology. But some still break. It depends if you get a good batch. So yeah, Joey, man, forever. Amazing drummer, man. Weapon, dang, even those, sorry you got a handle with that, man. Sounds like a pain. Yeah, man. Yeah, brother, it has been a pain in the ass since I was born, I guess. And yeah, as I said, it's something that you might be able to fix, but I don't trust too much. It will. I'm not close to the idea, but why go through pain if I'm not gonna get like a good result that is going to really fix your problem. You know, I don't want to throw out money in hospitals and stuff like that or clinics to get that done. So, nah. I'm just gonna stick with it and do what I can. Whoever likes it or whoever doesn't, I'm sorry. Can't be your cup of tea, I guess. Or, damn, I hate neighbors. I do hate the ones that are ignorant, Ward, but you do have some good neighbors here and there, but music-wise, yeah, maybe not so much, so it sucks. The UK, I don't know why, but in the UK, the North Sea is brown-gray, so when I go to the beach, I don't really go to the sea because it looks dirty. Well, that's a real shame. Down here in the Caribbean, like, people say we have the best beaches in the world. Same for anything in the Caribbean, like Turks and Caicos, like you have nice, natural, cool-looking beaches. We have some here as well, so we offer that too. But yeah, I know that out there, I guess it's just because pollution, man, and people that contaminate water, and that obviously spreads, or maybe that the sand or the internal components of the sea repel on that specific part of the ocean where you're at. So maybe something that we need to check out and see why that happens, right? That sucks. Word goes, I'm a drummer as well. I'm gonna go live on the 14th. Well, nice, man. Nice to have a drummer down here. I'll try to check that out and see if I can tune in. Awesome, man. Good luck with that. Oh man, I appreciate it. Thank you so much for subscribing. Yeah, if you want to check my content, I normally just do covers here and there. Most metal stuff, blast beats, double bass, you know, all that type of jizz. So yeah, thank you for subscribing that you like the content. One thing that right now when I take a break and I cool down, my hands are super stiff. Super stiff. So I have to, like, again, try to warm up as much as I can. And then try to go to that warm-up zone. But it's a pain, man. It's really a pain in the butt to deal with this. So yeah, but that's what we get, right? The beach is a popular budget holiday destination here called Skegness, otherwise ironically known as Skegavagas. He is literally gray-brown. Oh, there you go, the UK. Well, he has insights on that than me. So I guess that's the answer? Don't know what that term means like, or about. War goes, I broke my left middle finger, mad stiff, damn job being a oh bro, I'm so sorry, man. Wow. Yeah, when you deal with machinery and that, you better be on the look and try to avoid injuries, because obviously we drummers need to have all of our limbs in really good shape. To do those type of like jobs, it's very threatening and very dangerous to a point, you know. So I really hope that you recover from that, man. And it wasn't that bad. That sucks for sure. I hate injuries. Everybody should hate injuries, right? Because it's not good. Yes, Skeggy. There you go. See? You guys got something out of the chat too, besides drum stuff. I learned something else too. Sucks, was only the tip, but still. Yeah, man. Even if it's like if it's a slight, I guess, part of your skin that rips, it's annoying. Imagine like breaking like the tip of your finger. It's still a fucking pain in the ass, man. It's like small, but it gives you like so much pain, and you're like with your finger that you cannot really move it. Definitely not a good thing, man. The Bean, one of the other things that also belonged to me drumming of moving the set, especially when I was young, was annoying to move the kit when I wanted to play with others. Oh man, yeah. Honestly, like being like completely honest with you, the reason why I'm still doing this is because then again, this means more than just doing it for the sake of it. I do it because the energy, you know, when you're live and you play with your band and like everything that happens is just speechless. That can get you, man, because like you just in that release and you do so many things that do add to your own well-being. But the whole physical part, yeah, it sucks, man. But yeah, I would prefer to stay at home. Many drummers, you know, quit tours and quit like live gigs or band that. So a lot of drummers are doing that from home, and I think that's the best way to go, and your body will thank you for sure. The UK, I've gotta go now, so bye. Alright then, thank you so much for tuning in, and hope to see you back, man. Thank you so much for the support, as always, brother. Weapon, sorry man, I gotta go. It's my day. Oh, happy birthday to your sister, man. Sending good vibes and wishing her. We're going to our grandparents for the talks and advice. Love you, bro. No problem, man. Always here to help out. Glad that you enjoyed the chat and enjoyed the conversation that we had, man. So have fun, enjoy, and save me some cake if you do get some. Not just kidding. Have a nice one, man. The UK. Cheers, brother. Take care. War Ghost. Play some Slaying Raining Blood since you have the shirt. I actually have special edition DC Slayer, the Gene type style. Nice, man. War Ghost. To be honest, I play Slayer every now and then. I just like their on the shirts. But I play sometimes like Society, Season of the Abyss, South of Heaven, like those type of jams. Raining Blood honestly hasn't been quite much of a me, but I should be able to learn something from the song and try to play it. So my bad, I'm gonna really for you, man, or to you. So I'll try to make it up sooner or later. Hola, looking good. You're a fantastic drummer. Guys, meet Elizabeth. She's my girlfriend. Great supporter, awesome person, and thank you, babe, for the words. Appreciate it. Thank you for the support. She's down there in her room. I don't know if she's working or something else, but yeah. Thank you for the support, babe. I will. Have a good day. See you later. You too, Weapon. Take care, man. See you, brother. War, all about defeat. Yeah, man. Dave Lombardo plays a lot of full leg motion. He rarely uses his ankle. I've seen every now and then that he's trying to use more ankle, but since he's a very old school drummer, he uses his whole leg. You know, and it's hard to keep that steady pace with the full leg motion to play like high speed. I think Raining Blood is between 180, maybe up to 200 beats per minute, something like that. Can't quite tell, but it's around that tempo time signature. So I prefer to use ankles, like the ankle motion, and have like a steady hip flexor, not stiff but relaxed, and just use calves and my ankles to try to get those fast single strokes. So yeah, it really takes a lot of warm up and a lot of maintenance for that technique to be able to be comfortable. It's what I prefer to play though. Than double strokes. I'm a little bit of an old school drummer myself, but more into like the single stroke playing style. You want to swift legs if you do that. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I just can't stomp that hard on drums. I used to, but it was so energy consuming, and it was very physical to the point that you might even get injured. So I play full leg motion up to like 160, 165, even 170 on a good day, but I prefer to start with the ankle motion, like 70 and up. So yeah, those mid tempos are like a pain in the butt, but anything that's faster than 170, I switch to the ankle motion. And I use a different muscle group. Like I said, my calf, ankles, my toes, and the balls of my feet. So that's how I try to manage fast tempos. Hey Alvaro, how's it going? Welcome to the chat, man. Nice to have you here. How are you today? Good, I'm tired though. Oh, why is that? Did you go to bed late, or did you play a lot and you feel with less energy today? I really have 5 subscriptions, so I'm hoping for that live session. Nice, man. I'll go ahead and check your channel. When I finish this session, remind me to subscribe to you. If you want, like send me a message. Sorry. Because I can't go out of the line because it freezes and then I lose everybody and I have to start over. So man, I would be glad to help out and subscribe to your channel to give you at least some support. And yeah, live streams, like I'm not doing this for subscribers, to be honest. Like yes, they're welcome for sure, and with the help of you guys, you know, the channel can grow and all that, and eventually I will find more ways to put out some more content. But I'm doing this for the sake of just helping out people, giving drum advice of the things that I do know. But I'll definitely drop you a subscription if you send me the link or you remind me, because once the live session is over, you know, going through like the subscriber usernames might be a little bit hard to find right away. So send me your page or your YouTube channel, and I'll just go ahead and give you some support, just like you did. You should see the notifications on the YouTube. Yeah, well the thing is that I get too many notifications to the point that YouTube has really stopped notifying me that this and this person subscribed. I don't know if it's a glitch. I don't know if it's one of the other problems that YouTube has, because they have been calling out some issue. So I think that's another issue, or I don't know if it's something that has to do with my email or my setup, but I don't get the notifications. I guess because some subscriptions are like bots, or are from bots, or channels that YouTube sends over to subscribe. Like, you know how the algorithm works? It's a very weird, I guess, and complicated criteria that they have going on. So yeah, if you can send her, it will be easier, because I'm not getting those notifications, to be honest. Alvaro, yesterday I was having trouble with my kick a lot, but I'm not sure why. But I think the was pretty like heavy, but I'm not sure. Why exactly? Like, what did you feel? Did you feel that when you were trying to hit the bass drum, like you were struggling to hit the bass drum precisely, some precision, or with some more volume? Like, what exactly did you feel? Maybe it was something with the pedal, like spring tension could be. Maybe the head of the kick that was pretty loose, because when you play a lot and you don't tune and add some tension every now and then, you know, with the vibrations, the drum tune. So that could be a different situation as well. So let me know what exactly you felt, man. Word goes, maybe to go into settings and accept notifications for subs. Well, maybe I do. But the thing is that it's weird because I did get some notifications that will subscribe, like on my email and on the notification bell section here on YouTube. But I don't know. I guess with the updates, something maybe you have to do that you just said on the settings manually. So I'll just go ahead and do that and check for that setting. Thank you for the heads up, man. I don't know. Like I felt I kept when I was trying to go to the right tempo. Sorry, I sent the wrong message. Okay, yeah, I didn't quite understand that. Alvaro, can you please explain again? Just to be, you know, more well informed. I'm trying to go to the right tempo, but I felt like I just kept slower each time I hit the kick. So let me guess, were you playing to a click track, or were you playing only to the band's tempo that you usually play along to? Because if like musicians in the band don't have a click and they don't carry a steady pulse, they might either get ahead of you or you might go ahead of them, vice versa, to the band tempo. Okay, but like just plain ear, no click track whatsoever. You just play, oh, I know the song, guys, 1, 2, 3, 4, let's go. Or do you play to a click track? Because that could be your answer to this, to make sure you're always on time and you're, playing the kick at either 1 or 2, 4, whatever the time signature might be. I don't use a click. Well, in that case, if nothing else, like gear-wise, was giving you a hard time, or you didn't feel like maybe energized enough to play up to your regular playing, or playing style, or overall on the drums, maybe consider throwing the click in there and try to practice the song. And then if you go live with the band, you have that click in your muscle memory, and you can make sure the click, so whatever happens outside of that, you're the one that keeps the time. You're like the one that guides the whole band. So you have a really big responsibility on your shoulders, to be honest. I just know at right tempo each time. Okay. Well, maybe try to practice to the metronome. Just for the of knowing exactly what you play, because that seems a little bit odd that you felt that you were playing slower. Maybe you didn't feel as energized, as I said. I don't know if you had like good night's sleep, or maybe you did some physical that didn't get you as energized on the stage or live performance. Sometimes you may feel that. And it's like a reaction. Your body may not be in the best condition possible to play the drums. Maybe consider, doing some warm-up exercises, like physical exercises like squats, stretches, and things like that, to get you a little bit more, hyped and get the blood flowing. I think I wasn't a lot energized, probably. Yeah, that could be the case. I've had like your energy drops drastically on stage, and a lot of drummers either drink coffee or energetic beverages like Monster, Red Bull. I don't drink none of that. Like, I don't use that as a boost for my energy. I just drink a lot of water, stay hydrated, and do some stretches because this is very physical. And remember, like, to play the drums, you use your whole body, your brain, your 4 limbs. Like every single part of it matters, so it gets to a point that it gets really exhausting. And yeah, man, it's definitely not comfortable after you play a lot. Like nowadays, I need to take a little break because my body is like lacking on energy. So yeah, it's not very uncomfortable, not very comfortable to be honest. Hey, I think that's how it's spelled. Glad to see you back here, man. I do remember your username. The Bean, do you find it odd when you play on an acoustic set from practicing on electric kit? A little bit, but not as much because I actually started on an acoustic kit. So I got used to the rebound, the feel, and that's why I prefer acoustic drums overall. And you know you have to play harder because the body mass on each drum is big. You know, it has like a amount of material that you have to make it sound and make it be able to be heard very clear. So yeah, I'm not much of a fan of electric drums, man. Like for sure, I really prefer to play acoustic. But my issue is that I don't have this option because I've been living in apartments for basically my whole life. And the only time that I play an acoustic drum, besides that time that I was a rebel and played on an apartment that I used to live loud and got all sorts of complaints, which I didn't care about. Eventually I got to an agreement, but still, people were never happy because of the sound, because drums are loud, right? I go back to acoustic like every single day, man. Maybe someday that I'm able to get a space where I can build a studio and just play the drums whenever I want to, without the need of having neighbors bother. So I hope to get that back again. I only have my cymbal with me. I would need to buy another drum kit if I get the chance. And yeah, man, it's definitely odd, but stick with what I can and try to play with something. That's the only reason why I play electric drums. And I know a lot of people say, oh, electric drums are fake. I didn't even get a gig because the guy said like, no man, you have them. Like I don't go with that. I'm like, you know what? I respect your opinion, but I guess it sucks for me, or maybe it sucks for people that are have like a closed mind on that. But what can you do? You just gotta respect people's opinion. But not as odd as it should be, the Bean, so not as bad. Alvaro, have you ever played electric drums while or never? No, never played electric drums live. I think it's too much hassle, man. And if I have to play it, I don't know if I actually would, because taking my kid out there, for possible damage to it and the whole setup thing, plus trying to get everything set up for that environment, like not my cup of tea, to be honest. I just rather go with the drums at the venue or at the just like deal with that because I can still pull it off. But no, I've never played live with my electronic kit because of those reasons. Too much hassle, man. Pain in the butt. The Bean, not fake. Having a drum set is better than no set. Oh yeah, man, for sure. I have practice pads and I got stuck with that for a while too. But always try to play super hard. Try to get the best volume possible out of those surfaces. Sorry. I use the pads every now and then. I have a Gibraltar bass drum pad and this pad for the hands. So just like now, I'm just like doing something with it, and I'm not playing on the electric kit mostly because of the time and neighbors and all that. Sorry, but yeah, it's better than nothing. Sure, and that's what I get, and that's the only thing that I can work with now, and keeps me sane on the drums. Like keeps me more into practice, keeps me more into hearing. It's because since everything is triggered, you can really hear when you screw up. So I think that's on the positive side of electric drums, that if you play slow or something is not right, electric drums will tell exactly what's going on, The being electric kit expensive? It can be expensive. Yeah, it depends what you. I got this kit, not this exact kit. I got a Roland TV4, which is like I only have the rack still, the hardware, and when I first I got it for cheap from a friend in the States. Even though when I got it, they beat up the drum throughout, like during shipping, and it sucked. It damaged the module a little bit. I fixed it, but I wasn't happy with how it turned out, so I switched. It was just a TD6. It's a really cheap module, more on the older side of modules, but still decent that I can get some good sounds. Not perfect sounds, but it's something. So maybe I should consider upgrading to a more advanced module, or for not as much as their normal prices, because those modules are like thousands of dollars, $500, $800, $600. So it might be not as much for people that win in dollars, but I win in Dominican pesos. So it's less than dollars, so it's not that easy. But sometimes I'm able to pull it out and get something. But the upgrade that I just did on the pads, like the drum pads, which are from rubber tom pads, and I had a mesh snare, but it was like a smaller one. I got one that it's a 12-inch, more, surface one, more realistic to acoustic drum size. The toms on top, like the rack toms, are the regular 8 inches. I'm not a fan of, but that's what I could afford. I prefer like more this floor tom style that is a 10-inch, a little bit more wider and has more surface for you to play on and not hit the rim as much. But that upgrade alone, like rack toms, the floor tom, the snare drum, the kick drum, got me near like the $1,500 range, around only the pads, and they were upgrades. If you buy them new, I was able to get this out of eBay in really good condition. That was a plus as well. And I bought this in the ride, because the ride that comes with the kit that I mentioned, it doesn't have like a 3-zone. This one has, so you can play the bell, the bow, and I got a crash that is also dual zone, that is has more like flexibility, instead of like these ones don't have much flexibility. It's because like a little rubber piece that has inside that makes them move like a normal or a realistic cymbal. So adding that to maybe like we're looking at maybe almost $1,700, maybe around that, maybe a little bit more. But yeah, definitely not as cheap when you get like the good stuff, man. Have you ever dropped a cymbal while playing? Have I? I think it happened once, but luckily it didn't break, because it fell in between like other stuff. Like I think there was an amp nearby or something, but it didn't get broken. But that's the worst, one of the worst things that can happen to a drummer. Mostly when it's an expensive cymbal. And the cymbal that I had wasn't, but thankfully I guess I only got like a little scratch on the edge. But that's terrible, man. That's like a living nightmare. For sure, man. Don't recommend that to anybody. At all. still going? Yeah, I think it is. Anybody else that has any questions, guys, send them over. For those that might be new, I talk about drum stuff. I do some reviews also on drum gear if I get the chance. I know everything, but if it's within my knowledge, I'll be more than happy to help out with any recommendations. Drum technique wise and music overall, mostly in the metal rock area, not so much a jazz, blue, funk player. So yeah, take it easy on me. I just know some information that might be helpful for some people, but maybe not as much for others. So yeah, I'm doing mainly to help those in need and see if I can, add a little bit of grain of sand to your progress or maybe your journey in drumming based on my experience or what I know about. So yeah, always nice to have people down here and ask questions, anything drum related. So yeah, here for those in need. And I think I only am gonna be around for 15 minutes more, and then I'll do some stuff. Maybe I'll come back later and play something on the drums. Depends. It's still a little early. It's 11:44, so people are in their houses and don't wanna bother them this early. Sebastian Slayer, Tamaraya. Fuck yeah, brother. Tamaraya, quite of a person, man. With all the drama going on with Slayer, but awesome band overall, man. Great band, and one of the influences, in the world for many. Papu. Sebastian, you're really hyped. Like things, and you always like write in capital letters. Yeah, I know he's from Latin America. Yeah, Chile. Yeah. I saw some of his stories, like how he got into the music. I can't remember all the details. Yeah, I know he's from Latin America, and I think he started playing bass. Why was it? Because he was a singer, but then somebody got him into bass playing, and that's why he goes now. So yeah, I think that was part of the story on one of the interviews that I saw. Can't remember the whole thing, but I think that's where he got it from. Metallica, or do you mean Metallica? I'm guessing you're like a heavy metal fan. James Hetfield Dolomite. Yeah, you're a big fan based on your comment. Thank you for bringing that vibe into the chat, man. I appreciate it. I used Metallica way back in the day when I was like getting into metal stuff, but mostly because of skateboarding. Because I skateboard every now and then, so I sometimes listen to Orion, which is one I love that song for skating. So yeah. Other than that, I guess regular fan of her music, not much into it, but I respect her journey for sure. James Hetfield está casado con Argentina desde 1996. Oh, no sabía que ella era de Argentina. Guys, for those that you want to know, James Hetfield from Metallica has been to Argentinian lady since 1997. I didn't know that, so for those that want to know, there you go. Some wisdom for you, I guess. Thank you for the insight on that, Sebastian. Yeah, that's what I said. Eso fue lo que dije, Sebastian. Didn't know that. I thought she was like something. But now I know. Thank you for the information, bro. right, 11 more minutes. If anybody has any questions or anything that they want to share regarding drum stuff, questions, advices, suggestions, what have you, go ahead and send them over. I'll be glad to help. That's what I'm here from. That's what I'm here for. So just go ahead and send them over. I appreciate the interest and I appreciate everybody tuning in. So yeah, always down to help anybody that's in need of information, of drumming, drum stuff. Don't mind the motorcycle on the back. You get that all the time. Push pull. Before ending this live session. Again, if everybody or anybody is watching, I think 5 people are still on. If anybody or any of you are new to this session, I talk about drum stuff, drum technique, I give advices about how to practice. I don't know everything, but things that work out for me. I'll be more than happy to share that with you. Feel free to check my channel and see the content there. I hope that you like something, and maybe consider either subscribing or trying to tune in the live session and help out those in need. That's what I'm here for. I'm not here to show off playing the drums to every single song that you guys might request, because I'm not that versatile of a drummer, I guess. I play more like rock and metal stuff. Pretty much that's where I'm at the moment. Sorry to not fulfill everybody's expectations, but mostly here because of music, drums, and sharing is caring. So if I know anything that I can share that might be useful for somebody to get out of a situation during practice, or maybe some advice on anything that has to do with drums, and maybe some insight on how you feel on the drums. What do drums do you? Why are you playing, at all? Like, why do you prefer the instrument? Things like that. Hey Alaya, how's it going? It's been great. It's been good. How about How are you doing? Thank you for tuning in. I'm almost leaving, but thank you so much for tuning in. I may come back later, yeah, for a while already, so I have to do some things, and yeah, just like every other day, trying to stay consistent and help you guys, with questions, or maybe take some requests depending how the situation goes around. I've been good, and it's all good. Nice, that's good to hear. Where are you at the moment? Are you working? Can't remember if you always logged or came into the chat when you were working. So I hope that today on a Saturday you're relaxing or taking it chill from work, that is. Still, oh, you're the one that's still on. I spoke to so many people here that sometimes I get confused, so my apologies for that. So good that you're still on vacation. What are your plans for the day? I don't know what time is it over there, but here is 11:07 in the morning, Atlantic time zone. So I don't know in which time zone you are at the moment. If you're in the US or Europe or something like that. But yeah, let me know, if possible, what you're gonna do today. On this lovely kind of cloud day, Saturday, sorry. At least here. So sorry for those that maybe are tuning in. I'm gonna take a little break and may come back later and maybe try to play the drums for you guys a little bit. So yeah, I guess I'll come back probably during the afternoon. I'm under the Atlantic time zone area, so it's gonna be 12 noon. So yeah. If anybody has any questions or has any concerns either send me a message, consider subscribing to the channel, so that way I can get back to you and help you out with anything that you guys might be struggling with. Hey man, just in for another minute. I'll check for you later. My sis, thanks by the way. You're welcome. I don't know her name, but you're welcome, sister of Weapon. Thank you so much for joining and coming back, Weapon. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and head out. Alaya, it was nice talking to you. I hope that you have an awesome Saturday. Keep enjoying the birthday from your sister too, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Cheers.